Okay, so not surprisingly, because quite a bit of us at Berkeley have already discussed that this situation was going to happen where something was going to happen with Joe Biden and he wasn't going to be able to be the president, right? So now he withdrew, and now people are saying, oh, Kamala Harris. There's been a whole rebranding of this woman. She literally called herself a cop. She called herself a top cop. Now you have people going back into like revisionist history, talking about, oh, we need a woman as a leader. Listen, that sounds so silly. Not every woman is a good leader, the same way not every man is a good leader, the same way that anybody could be a terrible leader, okay? A woman doesn't innately mean that they have morality or ethics or they're gonna do the right thing. I don't know why people think that. I mean, look at the Queen of England, okay? Morality way out the window. Okay, let's stop it there. So I don't have to go into deep history. I'm just saying that it's so weird to see people be like, oh my God, they're playing identity politics. They're like, oh, it's a brown person. And because she kind of sort of, we want to identify her as a black person, we're going to push that idea. Also, the other thing, just because you're a part of organizations doesn't mean that you are for those people that you're an organization for or in. What do I mean? Kamala Harris is like, oh, I went to this college at HBCU. I did all the work. I did all the coursework. I do identity politics. I was a part of a sorority. I can do the stepping, so thus I'm black. Okay. I never did a sorority. I've never been to HBCU. Do you understand what I'm saying? So does that make me less black than it does her? No. It actually reminds me of what Rachel Dolezal did. Rachel Dolezal went to a HBCU, and then she changed her whole racial identity to being a black person when she's not black. She was a white woman who literally did blackface. And then she went and worked with the NAACP and did all this stuff to help black people, but she wasn't black. Yeah. Does everybody forget about Rachel Dolezal? So that is what Kamala Harris does and is. Kamala Harris even talked about her family. They talked about where her legacy actually is from. And I'm just like, but you're not what you claim to be. When in California, you put a lot of minority groups, specifically black people, in prison and jail, like single mothers, okay? Because they, for truancy laws. Truancy laws have to do with school. Like if your kids don't go to school or some kind of issue, you get certain points and then they send you to jail or they fine you. Well, she was notorious for putting people in prison. Not only that, she also kept black men in prison to fight fires in California. There's a whole report and stuff like that. So I'm supposed to forget. I'm supposed to be like, I'm going to back you because the media is saying, like, Camilla, do you know that last time when Joe Biden went, by the way, I don't like Joe Biden and I don't like Trump. I'm not for any of these people. They're terrible at their policies. But when she was running, she couldn't get anybody. Nobody liked her. Why would they? You literally said, I'm a top cop. So people who like cops would like her. And I remember like the whole Rachel Dolezal thing tripped me out right when it happened, because I remember talking to like one of my relatives, right? And they were like, oh yeah, well she did all the things she's supposed to do to seem black, so why can't she be black? And I'm like, what? You can't wear this like a hat. You can't wear this kind of thing like a hat. You know what I mean? You can't act this way. You can't wear me, like where I come from and the things I had to go through, like a coat, you know? And I thought it was so weird when I heard like a relative of mine say that, and I thought, wow, that self-loathing is insane. But think about it. When you come from a place such as Bakersfield, which strips, and not only strips, but flattens blackness, right? Flattens people, flattens their culture. You tend to think that anybody can take this or it belongs to everybody, when that's not the case. I can't go into certain indigenous communities and be like, oh, that's crazy. That's colonizer behavior. That you can't do that. The same way I can't go into certain communities is the same way certain people can't come to my community, because it's just not their cultural anthropology. It's not their linguistics. It's just not where they're from. So I just wanted to say that, you know, I know people want us to think about like, people want us to be happy and praise the situation. It reminds me of what happened with when I think it was Hillary, I think. And Hillary was like, oh, she used to call black people like super predators. That's what she did. She used to call them super predators. She did a whole campaign with her husband. Like, do people forget like how they locked up black people? Do people just forget? They tried that with Hillary. They were like, oh, women this and women that. They tried this with Hillary. Like, we've already been through this. It was just with a white lady. This white woman who called black people super predators and then said, vote for me because I'm a white woman. She said, vote for me because I'm white. Vote for me because I'm a white woman. Vote for me because I'm a woman. No. You can be a crappy leader no matter what your gender is or what you identify as. So why would I fall for that BS that because you're a woman, you can lead me? Oh, trust me when I tell you, I've been around plenty of women who are terrible at leading and can't do their job because whether they're ignorant, whether they are incompetent, whether they use weaponized incompetence, whether they are jealous because of something that you have. Trust me when I tell you, the fallacy of trying to make it seem like because they're women, they have innate ethics and morals is wild to me. That is not how like people work, and that's not how women work. It's a myth. It's a logical fallacy. It's a myth. Something that's perpetually, brought up to make women feel like, oh, we're nurturers, when that's not the case. I've seen plenty of women do shady, crappy things. So just want to say that I wouldn't be voting for her. I would never vote for her because I wouldn't vote for her the first time. The same way I didn't vote for him, nor Trump. They're all trash. You're not going to make me think any differently about this person. She has to go in and change stuff. As a matter of fact, she said, black people will not get reparations. She said, I will not give them reparations. She was on, I forget the name of the show. I think it was she did a whole interview and she's like, I'm not going to give reparations. So why would I care about her? That's wild. You don't think reparations are important, but you're black. I went to HBCU. I did the stepping. You know what I mean? I'm a part of sorority. I can step. I can wear my jeans and my Converses and act like I'm about it. But she said she wasn't going to do reparations. Okay, cool. Be dumb. Peace.